Hi, welcome to my channel, Aunt Mel's channel, and you guys usually know me by my Dollar Tree hauls, but this video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be on how to start your own business, your own eBay business. So it might be a little bit long, but I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. So grab your pen and paper and take some notes. Okay, the first thing you want to do is to list something around the house and put it on eBay and see how it does. Just anything, any random thing, put it on, and then you can go on eBay and see how it operates. Make sure you read everything, and they have a lot of material on there where you can see how to do eBay and how to start your business. And number 2, learn the ins and outs of eBay. When I first started, it was like 3 years ago, and I had a rough time. It took me a little while to learn everything, and I'm still learning. So, main thing was shipping. I was losing on shipping, and I wasn't getting the weights right. So, learn how to do your shipping. If you don't know how to do shipping, just go to the post office, drop it off, they'll wait for you. And that's the easiest way. I still use that way. And then sometimes I'll use eBay because you can save some money using eBay. But if you don't know how to do the shipping, just go through the post office and ship it out to your customers. Okay. Number 3, make a clear decision. Make a clear decision about what you want to do. Don't do like you want to sell all kinds of stuff like, oh, I'm selling tools and I'm selling different things and things that you don't know about. What I did is I like art and making jewelry, so that's my main theme. And I made a logo and I stuck to one theme. I mean, I was able to sell all different kinds of things on there, but I focused on my one thing, something that I really liked and was interested in. And that's how you're going to make a name for yourself or be popular with your items and your store, because everyone will know you by the theme of what you pick. Okay? Also, have a journal, have calendars, make sure you have pens, paper, everything that you want to start a business with. Stapler, office supplies, bags, coupons, what if you're going to make coupons. Just have like a clear decision of what you're going to make. You might not know what you want to do at first, but you'll know later on. Just have like a composition book with all your ideas, and I had to do that because I had so many ideas flowing in my head, and I was like, I wanted to get it all out at once, but you can't. And it can be tough and demanding, and sometimes you'll have customers coming at you with questions, and they're unsatisfied with your product, or but you can't really get upset. You got to just know how to deal with the customers. And if you take a loss, and this is what I'm just going to tell everyone, if you take a loss on a customer, just go ahead and do it. You don't want any negative feedbacks. That's the worst thing that can hurt your store or you on eBay is negative feedback. So just if you can deal with it and just cut your losses and just say, hey, I'm just going to give the customer back their money and let them keep the item. That's what I do. Just do it. If it's something very expensive, then you might want to not do that. But I try to keep my things not too expensive. That way, if I do have a loss, then I'm not going to lose too much. So that's what you want to do when you first start out. And then later on, you can branch off into more expensive things. But then if you do have expensive things, make sure when they get it, they have signature confirmation, or pay extra for insurance, so that you're not going to go through a lot of headaches. So that in that that I just said, now yeah, put your 2 feet on the pavement. Yes, you're gonna see me looking down. I have notes, so I'm gonna, you guys are. This is good information that I'm giving you guys. So please write it down. Subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna be. This is number 1 of this type of video. I'm gonna go back to the Dollar Tree videos, because I love those. I love finding things there, but I really wanted to get this out on the eBay, experience, because I'm learning, and if you guys make comments, then I can know what kind of content to put in my videos, and I can learn from you guys too. So yeah, I encourage you guys to put comments down in my videos. And I want to do a quick shout out to Rockstar Flipper. You guys might want to see him if you want to start your business. And number 1 is Bonafide Hustler. And Craigslist Hunter. And all you have to do is just search those names in your search in YouTube. Okay, let's get started back on to what you're supposed to do to get started. Work and grow. You're going to be working, doing your own business. You're going to be making mistakes. You're going to be learning by them, but you can't get upset and quit. You got to keep on going. I did it for the couple years started, and then I stopped for a little while, and I was like, man, I want to get back and do it. So I started back again. I wasn't planning on quitting. I just had to stop for a little while because it was too overwhelming at one point. When I first started, it was going really good, and then I started having customers that were saying not as described, and they'll come up with all kinds of stuff, to get the product free or get back their money. But most customers are going to be honest. You're not going to get a whole lot of customers like that. You're going to get some. But when you do get those, you're just going to have to deal with it, cut your loss, give them back their money or what they demand, and then just keep on going as if, it's a business, so you have to know how to flow in and out, and roll into cheddar. Okay. All right. So these are the mistakes that you can make, and I definitely made these mistakes. Okay. So if you're this mistake I didn't make. It was not treating your eBay selling like a business. So yeah, if you don't treat it like a business, then it's not going to be a business. It's just going to be, people are going to know you're not taking it serious. So yes, that's like, you got to keep, treat it as if you were going to a job and you had to work at that job. Treat it like that and be serious about it. Okay, number 2, trying to get rich too quick. Yeah, that's some people are like, oh man, I set up this one guy, and he was a friend of mine. He's from Jamaica, and he put everything on there so expensive, and then he was overwhelmed, and he was like, oh, forget it, I'm not going to do it anymore. And I was like, you haven't even been on there that long to know. And then plus he had his stuff up there for like $50, and it wasn't even worth that. You can't do that. You got to start off small, really small, even like very, very small, like do comic books or a book or something, and then go bigger and bigger. You can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to put something out there real big, that costs a lot of money and expect it to sell. Well, that's not going to happen. Okay. So now the next thing is not keeping a clear picture of eBay's fees owed. Okay, that was my problem. They tell you how much their fees are going to be, so you have to read that. So make sure you pay their fees on time, or else they're going to take it out of your account. And then you're going to be like, oh, I wonder where did all my PayPal money go, or where did my bank account money go? Well, it did go to the fees of eBay, and also PayPal has a fee too. And the fees aren't that large, but you are going to get charged some fees, and you need to read about that before you even get started, because if you don't want to pay those fees, then you don't even want to get started in the business. But it's so small, that, I mean, if you were going to start a business, you'd have to get a big loan and get started. You could have little to next to no money to get started with this, and then you're going to have some money to pay for the fees. So just be prepared. Read everything and all your fees. Okay, number 4, setting starting bid too high. I didn't have a problem with that. With me, I was doing it way too low and pricing my stuff low. And so that was a problem because people was like, oh, how come you have your stuff so low? Is there something wrong with it? I was getting people write me, what's wrong with this product? Why is it, because they're wondering why you have it so low, that there's something got to be wrong with it. So what you need to do is, like, eBay has a set price in there that when you put your item on, kind of go with that price that they have in there, because they kind of, they give you an idea of what to price it at. So they have a price range. So put it like in the middle. You can put it at the low end if you think it's not so in good condition. If it's in excellent condition, put it at the highest, of what eBay thinks that it should be. You'll see it when you put your item in. And also, when you research items, you can see what other people have their prices are at, and put it like in the middle of, like, $1 under what they have it, or about the same. Because people are going to wonder, how come you have your item so low? And then they're just going to skip right over you and say, oh, there's got to be something wrong with it. So that's one of the biggest mistakes. And some people, they'll have it too high, and then people are just going to fly by and say, look, I need to get the cheapest rate. And that's what I do. I try to see which one is the cheapest when I look for something on eBay. And also I try to look for free shipping. That's my 2 things that I look for. And also you have to have keywords in your items. If it's a long sleeve shirt, put long sleeve. Put as much detail as you can about the product in there. Don't just skimp and don't put every information that you can on there. I know it's going to take a long time to do each item, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. And also try to take good pictures. And what I did was I went on YouTube on how to take pictures with my iPhone. You can go under the iPhone, but if you have a Galaxy, that's fine too. So what you do is you go on there and it tells you how to do the pictures. So, people will go on, they'll tell you how to take pictures, and you might want to watch a couple of those videos. And also with your eBay business, you want to take and listen to the eBay people that are selling out there, because they are going through the same things that you're going through. And, like, some people are, like, making a whole lot of money, like they're making maybe $10,000 a month and up. But, you're not going to be at that level when you first start. So don't think you're going to be like them. Just listen to what they have to say and learn the business. Okay? And that's what I was saying, like skimping on photos. You're allowed like 9 or 10 photos. I usually take like half of the photos, or sometimes I take all of them. But if I have a lot of stuff to list, I just list it on there to get it on there, and then I'll go back and revise it and put other things in there, like wording, or I always check over my listings because I always see mistakes that I make. So I go in there and I check everything. Okay. And also charging too much for shipping. That wasn't my problem, but I see a lot of people on there and they're charging like 10 and up for shipping. And some of the items I'm like, I know it doesn't weigh that much, or I know it's not costing that much. But then you got to see the price that they're asking. And then you have to weigh in the whole thing. And then what I do if I see something like that, like a large shipping fee, I'll go on to the next person that has the same item to see if they have it cheaper or free shipping. And the number one thing is free shipping. If you can do free shipping, then try to do free shipping, and then, just add in your fee, the shipping fee with, as the starting price. And then another thing with that, though, you're going to get people that are resellers that are going to go on there and they know the game and they're going to try to give you an offer, like talk you down. So you got to watch that. You got to say, okay, what did I pay for my item and what is it going to cost me to ship it? And yeah, that's going to be two things that you have to say. And then if they do the offer, and you feel like it's a good offer, then you can accept or you can decline. You can decline too, and that's not going to hurt anything. So, but you do have to figure in how much you paid for it and how much it's going to cost you to ship it. Okay. The next one is being unresponsive to customer claims. I didn't have that problem either. I was always worried, oh man, I'm going to upset this person, then they're going to give me negative feedback. And that's the number one thing that you do not want to have is negative feedback. Because if you do have that, other customers are going to look at the feedback, and that's one of the first things they're going to look at, and they're going to see how long you've been on eBay, and they're going to check you out. They're definitely going to check you out before they start buying your products. But if you have good feedback and you're on there for a while, like over 2 or 3 years, they're gonna more than likely go with you. If you're a new seller, they know that too. Because they can go on there, they can check how long you've been on eBay, they can know if you're a new seller. So they're gonna try and wheel and deal with you, but you're gonna have to have your feet on the ground, like I said, and just say, make sure you have all your prices together. If they do a bargain with you, you can accept it or deny it. Make sure you add in all of your costs. This is like a big thing. It takes a little while to learn how to do this. It's like having a business, but it's small. It's like having a small business. Okay. And you can do this at home, while you're sleeping. People are buying stuff, around the clock. You can do it 24 hours, however long you can set your hours. So that's what's good about it. But I have like a job, and a main job that I'm working, and it's a corporate job, but it takes all of my time, all of my energy and all of my time. So I can only do this like whenever I'm back at the job or working. I can only do this like a couple hours a day, but I do put a lot into it. And, as long as you're listing, like putting a couple things on a day, then you should be fine. Because if you don't put things on daily or, ever so often, then all of your items are going to go down to the bottom of the list and people aren't going to see your items, or it's like all the people that are listing new items is going to be on the top, and they're the ones that are going to be showing. I know people are going to be going for their products, so you have to be listing and keeping your items up. And then the last one is not using all available tools to grow and prosper. The tools that they're talking about is the tools that eBay has to offer. They have a lot of tools for your selling, beginning, and starting out. You can buy like stickers from eBay's cheap, and all your supplies you can buy that for starting out from eBay. And it's not really expensive, and usually you should have like a feedback sticker attach it to your packages when you mail it out. But okay, this is like number one. This is like for just getting started. The next video, number 2, I'm gonna show you the computer, like how to get started and what you should do. Like, you should start a spreadsheet, have an inventory, another inventory, get bins, to put your items in and label them. And it's like things like that you need to know, that I'm gonna start talking about in the videos. But I will be doing my Dollar Tree hauls, so yeah. Okay, so thanks for watching. And then the second one is gonna be on how to do it in the computer.